On the pointers last week, there's that, the Jesus Christ cult,
Yes.
which was Balmat's major point. Yours was normally the churches are kind of collecting too much and using bullion vans and all that.
Too much.
Joe's point was, the church, the Pentecostal Church today is kind of like an entrepreneurship rather than, a service.
And it should be looked at that. Let guys make money
and be taxed.
Yeah, now for us, our worry should be thinking of how do we tax this money? whether because people are going there, meaning there's a service being offered.
Yeah.
So unless you're going to offer an alternative of that service, why do you fight?
Like that pastor who's giving out those loans. They should tax him.
No, let me.
But he's
if
getting
I
the
wake
money
up
from
today and
businesses
start-
that
I'm
are
going
paying
to
tax.
I'm going to give you a
If I wake up
Bible
there and start
example.
preaching about flowers and people
Because
start
he
giving money.
has a quite number of businesses that are actually paying tax. So he can say, from estate X, Y, and Z, this is where I'm getting the money to.
He's
to-
paying
No,
tax.
Yes.
what I don't know is if we can charge them VAT.
Value, what do they add as
Which
what
value
do they
are you
I
add?
adding?
understand where this
Anyway,
is going.
anyway.
But
Yet
I would
most
say
of them
this.
are
There's
under
a
iron sheets.
scripture. There's a scripture in Acts, right?
Yes.
Where the church collected money, okay, and gave to the needy, okay,
Okay.
the needy. And this is where me every time I see like a church having surplus bank accounts, and then you find that in the congregation there are people who do not have housing, do not have, they haven't paid for their school fees, or they don't have food. But for you, you have a surplus that you collect in billions. Okay, the pastor lives well. Probably a couple of pastor group. I would just call the ministry because now it's confusing whether it's church ministry or whatever. Everyone called, in the leadership lives well. But in the congregation, who contribute probably, pence or few coins, they don't have even food to eat that even.
No,
To make this point, I bring the little you have.
There's an issue of usual of systems, weak and strong point. So in a church is driven by its strongest point,
What is that?
being the pastor.
Are you kidding?
But you, the broke people, even if you go, the church will
church will
exist.
stand, eh?
So in other words, you have to make sure that the strong point remains strong. The pastor has to drive his hammer. The pastor has to look sharp.
As if
For you who has no house,
And I remember
can
somebody
pray for you.
said that it's a form of advertisement
that God works?
that God works.
Are you freaking kidding?
That gives me an idea of these blockchain and these pyramid schemes. You just get one person, make them glorious.
Then
Yes.
everyone joins the
then
chain.
Yeah, like,
everyone
look at
joins
him, look at
look
him.
at him. He has
Look
made
at
it.
him.
So I think that's the same thing,
Kinda thing.
kind of thing they are doing in these churches.
Biggs, are you insinuating churches?
Biggs, you see why
Most of them,
Actually, there's a point.
unfortunately,
He
Biggs,
has a
you
point.
see why I'm saying why these pastors, most of them are crooked and crooks. The level at which Africans pray in the world,
Yes.
the level at which Africans go to church in the world would be like Japan, Dubai, if actually prayer was the only thing to success.
And you know why they praise that much?
Why?
Because they are desperate.
No. Because people have made them believe they are desperate. If I'm a pastor, okay?
Yes.
And the basic solution I give you to get out of your problems is to come to church.
And give.
That
give
is
before
prosperity
prayer.
preaching. I mentioned that.
Are you getting my point?
Give before
but
prayer.
again, you see-
Some churches have
Give.
and
go back home.
Even prices for which prayer and which olive oil or
I've
Yes.
heard
Yes.
that to meet the man of God. You pay
That's
him.
what I'm telling you.
But
That
again,
is-
if you
You see, if you look at what does the pastor have? The pastor has a good car.
Yes.
They usually get the second
Living
hot
it.
chick to be the wife.
What do you mean the second hot chick?
They usually
Okay,
divorce
if
their
you're-
They
first
begin with the
wives.
first ones for survival. Then in the congregation, there is a
Yeah,
whole
then what does the pastor have?
choir.
It's usually looking smart and appearing like his marriage is the best.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, the people who go to pray at this pastor's church, what do they pray for? I don't think they pray to have nice suits.
no.
Hey, they are praying so that their land is saved. So in other words, the pastor isn't taking anything away from them. What they are praying for him is just a funnel to help facilitate you. Hey. But meanwhile, for me, this is what I want. For him, he wants his suit. Hey, for you, if you also want a suit, you can get.
You can get
Probably
through
by,
prayer.
probably by starting your own church.
Now, in light of that whole money collecting thing, I want to run you through a few figures, you guys. These are international figures that I found of pastors and pastresses that are doing really well.
Yes.
We have in number 10 Joyce Meyer, who is worth about $8 million.
Only 8 million.
TD Jakes. These are figures from
Okay.
2016.
Let me just conjure. They have only 8 million.
No.
They are broke.
I'm looking
We
at
have a
personal.
pastor in Uganda who is worth much more than that.
No, I'm looking at personal.
Oh, this is the
Look,
money that is revealed, kind of.
Yeah, revealed and separate
But we
from
do
the
not
church
know how
bank
truthful
account.
it is.
Okay.
Separate
okay,
from the
okay,
church
okay.
bank account.
This is their money.
This is their money.
That's
Not
explainable.
what their ministry is worth.
That's
received
why we get
from the
confused.
church.
No, their profit.
Their
Their
money.
money. What
Not
they are
the
worth.
ministry.
From the church.
I don't know
Oh,
where
them
it
as
starts.
the-
Look,
as the
this is
pastor.
their net worth.
You're not
I
worth.
can, like,
Personal
for
net
example,
worth.
Do they separate
No.
it in
yes.
that?
For example, you
They
look at a person
separate
like TD Jakes, or I think most of them, they take time, they will sit down, they write books,
Yes.
they sell these books.
Bestseller.
Yes.
Have you read
Like how we have a pastor here who
The
has
font.
a rice farm.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And he takes time, he makes
takes
holy
time,
rice.
He makes his rice,
And then
he buys
he sells it.
equipment.
That one is a
That
third.
money is
No,
not.
how is it a thug?
Let me tell you one thing.
It's not a thug.
The whole idea of the rice scheme is okay.
Yes.
Yes.
But then when you bring in a notion that you're selling holy rice,
Can you prove him wrong?
thuggery.
But
He has prayed for
he
it.
prays
What
for
does-
the rice, it's
Have we,
fine.
have
How,
we
how does
tested-
something become holy?
No, let me ask you this. You have to test the rice. You say your rice is different from normal rice.
Let me tell you one.
On a chemical level.
Let me hold on.
Unless
Hold on.
Chemical,
Joel,
holy doesn't
Joel, Joel,
It's
Joel,
anointed.
when I pray for this tea,
Yes.
it doesn't become holy.
So how does holy
How
water
does
become
holy
holy?
water become
How
holy?
does holy water
Or
come
holy oil?
holy oil?
People, let's first get back to the rice.
Or,
Okay.
or even the Holy Spirit.
Rice. Rice.
Before we go
No,
to the rice.
because if that's the notion we're going to take, it means whatever we pray for becomes holy.
Hey,
No, man,
hey.
that's the notion.
Now you also market
I
yours.
pray for you tomorrow, you'll become holy.
Okay. Do you want us to go to Eucharist?
Okay, guys.
Yeah, we can also go to the
We
Eucharist.
can, we can
The
also go to
Eucharist is
Eucharist.
not
Let me
bread.
tell you what it
It's
is.
normal
Wait,
bread. I
wait.
think it's bread.
Wait,
And then
until
You people,
because you're Catholic.
let me tell you one thing.
Eh.
The word holy,
Yes.
Where did
let's
it come
put
from?
things like rice,
Out
Out
of
of
it.
bread.
Which is
What Eucharist?
Eucharist is bread.
And wine.
No, let me tell you one thing.
Guys.
When we try to okay, let me do the correction. Eucharist is bread.
Yes.
Okay?
Prayed for?
Now listen. Yes, it's prayed for.
And it's
to
holy.
become holy, yes.
Yes.
Now the notion in here, or the difference would be, this is given out to you freely in church. The
Okay.
Eucharist, okay?
Yes.
And they actually even ask, when you go to the Catholic churches, like for example, if it's a function, maybe we have lost someone, or it's a big wedding, the priest is going to announce, if you're not worthy
That's
already,
To
please
receive.
Do not come.
do not come. You understand?
Yes.
It is a free giving, but your entity has to be
Because
holy
we know
already
you are
for
going
it.
to defend
No,
the
no,
church.
no, listen. No, no, no,
forever.
but I'm not going to defend them forever.
What you're
Now we
trying-
get back to the holy rice.
What you're trying to tell us is that
The holy rice is a personal thing.
Yes,
Okay?
that
I'm
is
selling
prayed
you
for.
this rice, by the way, at a higher price than the ordinary rice.
because it's
But I'm
holy.
not
Because of
forcing
the
you
word
to.
holy.
Yes.
At least the water
Let
is
him-
holy
let-
and given out free.
Yeah.
The water is free.
No, you have
My
to
friend,
pay.
not
No.
what's free.
Is
Everything is for sale at a price. And that price includes the jerrycan.
Because
If you don't carry.
if we
Yes.
had to
I've
look at
seen
this,
people in lines with.
if we
Yes,
had to
their
look at this
own
man,
Then the price reduces.
Namugongo, do they sell water?
No. You
That
carry,
water, they package it now.
you carry it and
No,
take
wait a
it.
minute. Those people package water now.
No problem.
Didn't they start?
I don't
Am
know.
I the
No,
one
no,
who's
no. Let me
confused?
tell you
you
one
were
thing.
confused.
Let me tell
They
you
no
one
longer
thing.
package it.
You take the water when you get there at the shrine for free.
Can I go now and take the water?
Yes.
Is
Okay.
it holy?
Guys,
It's
don't
only
don't
the one-
digress.
Okay,
Don't
let's-
digress.
let's-
Look here.
Yes.
TD Jakes, according to my research, was worth about $18 million US.
Oh, and the question, has he sold his books claiming I'm selling my holy books?
No, normally the way they
selling-
sell
it's just
books,
selling a book.
oh, it's really not selling. They say for a token of.
No, I'll use the good.
Wonderful.
I know one.
Eh.
They say this. For a love gift, $15. We can give you.
It's
a
called
love
a
gift.
love gift.
Yeah. These are the confusing words. Love gift, ministry. We have never
And the
understood
ministry
them.
to hard to reach
Ministry,
areas.
Love gift. There's another one. The work, the passion of the heart. I don't understand where that
Passion
one.
of the heart.
I've never understood. What does
Okay,
that even mean?
Okay, back to it. Franklin Graham is about $25 million US.
But that is inherited from his father.
Rick Warren is about
Was a pastor.
25. Then the list
Billy
goes on,
Graham.
but then the ones we know, maybe we have
Who's
Creflo
the
Dollar
worth
at
300 million?
about 27 million US
He's
dollars.
broke. Who is the 300 million guy?
Joel Austin 40. I think you've seen Joel Austin since we were
No.
kids.
Okay.
Benny Hinn about 60 million US dollars.
Come on.
Pat Robertson is about
But that guy
100
is
million.
okay. Fine. He has a university, so I can see where he gets.
Then we get the mogul, who is Kenneth Copeland.
Where does he get his money?
300 million
In a business.
US dollars. Mostly, I think it's the ministry. I haven't.
That's where it's confusing. When you say the word ministry, now we
Okay.
don't understand.
Turn the page from international.
But now
setting.
the question is,
Yes.
how different is a pastor from a motivational speaker?
The motivational speaker does not hinge his submissions to the congregation or mass on Christ or on
In terms
a
of this,
doctrine.
in terms of the service they're giving out.
A motivation
Inspiration
speaker, I
and
think,
motivation.
is basically invited by an organization to speak to a group of people, okay? And the organization usually does the facilitations and the payments.
Yes, but because
But
you
they're
have to
delivering
look
the
here.
same product.
No, it's not the same product.
No.
A motivational speaker just tells you you can do it. Believe in yourself.
Have you-
That is the kind of
But
thing.
that's the
okay?
same thing a
No.
pastor does.
A
Have
pastor will tell you
Without
Christ
God.
can do it.
Yes.
Yeah,
You can do it through some.
yeah. It's
some
just different
He's
wrapping.
right.
Different wrapping.
No, a
I'm going
motivation
to
speaker,
Same product,
a
packaged
motivation
differently.
speaker will tell you to do stuff.
Yeah.
Like if you're lazy, I mean,
Get out of bed, lay your bed, and go and work. But this guy will tell you,
before you wake up,
God-
think of Jesus. Of
God can do it.
And wake up.
And
Now.
Yeah.
You guys
the problem
have
with
it
them
wrong.
is sometimes they'll tell you for a love token.
You have it wrong. You have it wrong. Have you had TD Jakes preach?
Yes.
Is there any difference between
From
a motivational
emergency
speaker and
TD
TD
Jakes.
Jakes?
Yes, a motivational
Did-
speaker will
I'll give you
continuously
this.
tell you
The only
believe in
difference
yourself.
is the methodology of approach. TD Jakes uses the Bible. The motivational speaker uses Nietzsche or any other philosopher.
Or some self-help book.
Or self-help book. You're using a book to make someone
Believe in
better.
those.
Rich dad, poor dad.
Yeah.
nonsense.
You're changing
Yeah, whatever.
someone's mindset.
You can even use my book that is yet to come in the future
Okay.
for motivation. But I can assure you there
I
is no
can't
difference.
wait to read that book.
Because you've seen there's a psychiatrist, Jordan Peterson.
Yes.
He gives out lectures.
Yeah.
Now he's standing also a motivational speaker of sorts.
Yeah.
But he's a psychiatry, science.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
To
tells you,
motivate
he tells you cannot think of changing the world before you learn how to
Love
make your
life.
bed.
Yes.
You understand? It's the same thing in the Bible.
But those things apply vastly, you guys. Those things apply vastly. What you need to understand is at the forefront of this guy's message, what is he fronting? This guy is fronting hard work, another guy is fronting critical thinking, but these guys will front nothing else apart
I think
from prayer,
I
Christ,
think it's market
And your
segregation.
wallet. And your wallet.
Okay, yes, you bring in the wallet.
The wallet.
It
Me,
helps.
I'm telling you.
It helps.
If the people, the congregation that go to church, if they were not contributing, I'm assuring you those Pentecostal churches would close.
That's
Because,
true.
But that is the same
Church
for all,
wouldn't-
for all churches.
The
From
Catholic
this
Church
list,
wouldn't be there, the Protestant church, everyone.
Yes.
is-
Okay, the
Yes.
Catholics might be there because they plundered a lot of gold
Okay, they,
earlier on.
Okay.
But
okay,
back
they killed
to
a
this
bunch of
list.
They
Arabs.
killed a bunch of Arabs. as well.
Back to
Okay,
this
we have
list.
a lot
This
of
list.
But we love you, Kat.
This list.
Yes.
This list is from a place, is from the highest, one of the biggest economies in the world. Meaning the people who are giving this money are not broke people.
Yeah, people are not wrong.
So people don't go there because they're desperate.
Yes.
They go looking for what? I think
Now these guys have money and they want to
divine
give up.
intervention.
30%
So there's
of
a
the
product
people
being
who
given
attend church are either desperate or caught in a situation where they need not just a motivational speaker, but divine intervention.
And they have a lot of money. Because
Just
from this you can see these
But
guys.
now, looking at Joel's point, those are from a well-to-do
Well-to-do.
country, right?
Yes.
We have pastors in Uganda who are toppling that. Of course, we know those people are far much richer than that
Yes.
they declared, yeah? But we have pastors in Uganda in an economy less than, have we reached 50 trillion Uganda shillings?
That is far.
Not
We
yet.
haven't even.
And
we're in
we
the
have,
deficit budget.
Like
we
27.
have pastors who are worth more than 100 billion.
Yes. They are there.
And those are the things that we see,
And they're not paying taxes.
and they are not being taxed.
100 billion is like what, $25 million? Eh?
That's
That
Yes.
list in the
Yeah, but
Ugandan
they're growing.
sense-
They're growing rice,
if
They have schools.
That rice,
They've invested.
That rice scheme.
you're going to start Bekezi again.
That rice scheme.
Before you come in, the
By
Ugandan
the way, let me tell you one
Yeah.
thing. I would have basically no problem if a pastor had his own work or his own job or his own enterprises, okay?
Yes.
And then turned pastor. Like, for example, I had no problem when Peter Sematimba turned pastor.
That's true.
Okay.
You get the point?
Because he was already.
Yes, he has already
Is
established
this the guy who
himself.
said he wants to have sex in space?
Is that what Peter said?
I should write that down. I have to have an interview with him.
That was back then.
With the help of
back
gravity,
then
is it
when
possible?
Space tourism was just an idea.
let us stick to the issue here.
So-
the issue is
And I think I was a pastor by then.
because
I have an idea.
if we
but
flip,
that-
look, Matt, if we
Can you allow us to just digress along that?
if we flip the script around to local setting,
Yes.
to local setting,
Yes.
the hierarchy goes as follows.
No,
Okay,
no.
no,
Before you go there, I'm just-
because I have to give you this. You're going to bring holy rice again. One in the number one position, we have the pastor at Miracle Center Cathedral.
Yes.
by default.
Okay.
I'm even almost
The
contesting
ministry.
that, but let's continue.
The ministry at Miracle Center. Then we have the one at synagogue.
That should have come first.
Then we have the one at
The
Watoto,
synagogue is the
Cape-
rice
Cape-
giant.
Yes.
The guy has combined harvesters.
Then
I'm telling you,
Combined
I've
It's
never-
a serious enterprise.
there are
Yeah,
very
it's
few
not a joke.
farms that are owned by individuals that are fully mechanized
Guys,
in Uganda.
let us
You-
leave.
you-
We
you've
are
gone to
coming there.
individuals.
We are coming
You've
there.
gone to individuals.
Even government.
Government.
You can have this machine.
Yes.
Okay, back to this. Back to this. We have the one who runs fellowships occasionally. The one who had the red carpet rolled out
Mbonye.
for him. Yes.
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 Then we have.
Is it a fellowship or seminars?
It's like a fellowship,
But
a get together over the weekend.
Over-
It's not
over-
different.
over-
Mbonye's
like
wealth
that,
is
right?
based on what? At least the other ones, we have
gathering.
an idea. One of them was
But I don't think-
bringing in alcohol
I have
and
someone
stacking
from
it
South
somewhere
Africa who told me he was banned
at
from
his
South
place.
Africa. Mbonye. I have someone told me he was banned from South Africa.
But this is what I know about churches. Remember last time we discussed them being NGOs?
Yes.
Yes.
So the bright ones or the smart ones, you set up the NGO.
Yes.
Now NGOs are not taxed.
Ideally, yes.
So if you can develop your business
concept.
concept along that NGO line, so you may find that you're growing rice and you're not paying any VAT. You're bringing your equipment for the NGO.
Yeah.
Okay, it's agricultural.
So are you
like
saying that they are
So-
scheming off
So
the
there's
top,
the smart ones do
sitting
that.
on tax?
It's a church radio, but then you charge for adverts.
That's what I was
Speaking-
almost I wanted to say in that context. We should not blame people for being smart.
guys.
Yes,
you
the
see-
only
you see,
difference
Biggie,
is
the word smart. I think
Oh,
realize
okay, for
that
being
word
cheats.
in Uganda called omufere.
No,
Not
they
omufere.
are
They
not.
say
Anybody who is
omugezi.
making
Omugezi
profit.
gezi,
Yeah, like when people say, "Oh, you're mugezi."
Mukujukuju.
Mukujukuju. My
Ah,
friend,
mukujukuju
that kind
is
of
again
smartness is what we should not be talking about here.
As long as we are looking at people who are in business, the only difference is that one is not being taxed. But as long as we are looking at people who are doing business, irrespective of whether they are playing on people's emotions or not, they are sharp.
And that's what business does.
So Biggie,
Yes, and
adverts.
business is all
so
about
Biggie,
playing
if
about
you were sharp
people's
and
emotions.
convinced me to invest in something
Like a church.
Yes,
that you know practically won't work,
yes,
but it's going to benefit you,
yes.
so the government should let that go.
No.
No,
Or we should let that go.
I'm not saying
You
the
are
government shouldn't tax them.
when almost
Actually, me, I'm,
It's not- by the way,
I'm for that.
My concept
let
is about
me give him an example. Omo
Yeah.
sells you soap,
Yes.
and he promises that it will clean all
In one
stains
wash.
Yes.
in one wash. Does that happen?
Some.
How is it different from a
Let's
pastor?
even bring
Depends on the stage.
Hey.
But you guys,
Your
before we
problems could be
digress
big.
again, I have to continue. I have to continue with. I have to continue. Maybe we take a break.